The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. A man who was very upset about the mess left behind by a landscaper decided to shoot the landscaper after he offered to clean up the mess. An Ohio man will be spending several decades behind bars for shooting and killing a landscaper because he was mad about an apparent mess the victim made. In late May, Travis Jackson, 36, was convicted by a jury of his peers on 2 counts of murder over the death of 22-year-old Tanner Staggs. Jurors in Montgomery County also found the defendant guilty of 1 count each of felonious assault with a deadly weapon, felonious assault causing serious physical harm, discharge of a firearm on or near a prohibited premises, and involuntary manslaughter. On a Wednesday, which would have been the victim's 23rd birthday, Jackson was sentenced to 21 years to life in prison by Montgomery County Court of Common Pleas Judge Mary Wiseman. The underlying incident occurred on September 18, 2025, on the first block of Indiana Avenue in Dayton. Late that morning, the Dayton Police Department responded to reports of a shooting and found Staggs lying on the sidewalk suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. The victim was rushed to nearby Miami Valley Hospital, where he later died from his injuries. At the time of the shooting, Staggs was working on an assignment for Dunham's Lawn Care LLC. Tanner always had a positive attitude, was a good team player, got along well with others, was patient and understanding, and a leader among our crew, the landscaping business said in a statement provided to the newspaper. He was a young man with so much life ahead of him. His passing leaves an unimaginable void for his loved ones, our team, and the entire landscaping community. Investigators spoke with witnesses who said Jackson exited a home on the day in question and began arguing with Staggs about getting grass clippings and dirt on his vehicle during the landscaping work. In response, Jackson was told the crew would use a blower to get the grass clippings off of his vehicle. But this proposed solution did not appease Jackson. Instead, the defendant pulled out a 9mm handgun and fired multiple times. Ultimately, Staggs was shot twice. So did that appease Mr. Jackson? Yeah. The killer, for his part, offered a slightly different narrative during a 911 call to investigators during his trial by way of his defense attorney. To hear Jackson tell it, he only fired his weapon after being hit without warning. His lawyer said Jackson had made a reasonable request. Other landscapers, however, directly contradicted this claim, testifying they never saw any such assault, but that Jackson spoke disrespectfully and argued before pulling out his gun and firing. In the end, the jury agreed with the state. As the guilty verdict was read aloud, the defendant put his hand to his face. Oh. It is unimaginable that someone would become so upset about grass clippings on their car that they would fatally shoot someone, Montgomery County Prosecutor Matt Heck Jr. said in a statement announcing the sentence. Using a firearm to settle minor disputes is never acceptable. Yeah. Sounds reasonable enough to me. somehow that was missed in this particular, I don't know, discourse, conflict. You know, everyone's going to die at some point. But you probably never think you're going to die in an argument over grass clippings. But it happened.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. You're listening to the Mr. Nailsin Show here on RadioMisfits.com. There's a new brand of law in town. Levy's Law. Once again, we find our heroes, Detectives Bob Levy and Joe Conti, accompanied by Officer John Kinsel, at yet another scene of homicide. What do we got here, Joe?
Appears the victim here was impaled on his bedpost through his rectum.
Wow.
Looks like he suffered internal injuries from the rupturing of his intestines.
His hemorrhoids must have really itched.
This whole scene is bust-a-gut funny.
Kinsel, I swear to God, you're unbelievable.
Oh, please, Detective Levy. Find the madman who did this to my husband.
Are we sure this is a homicide, not, an accidental suicide?
What? What are you talking about?
Are you sure your husband didn't like having his poo pushed?
How dare you?
I dare because I care, you fucking whore. Your husband was looking for a 12-incher, and he got a lot more than he bargained for.
Oh, you animal.
Yeah, you bitch now, but one day you'll beg me to love you like a sock.
Hold on a minute, Bob. Looky here in the closet. I found all these weird sex toys and a bunch of knives.
Well, that was just his collection.
You know what I think, Bob? I think the victim here was really a serial killer, and the murderer was a serial killer of serial killers.
Oh man. Joe.
What?
We're not calling that Dexter actor to come be a consultant on the case.
That's not what I was... we could. We're officers of the law, and this is a case. We could call him. We could get in touch with somebody and bring him in.
Joe, I've had enough of man crushes for one day.
Just shut up. You never take me seriously. You're an ass. You're just an ass.
Take it outside, Joe. Nobody wants any feces thrown around in the house at the crime scene. You stupid lowland gorilla.
I guess all that man crush on that Dexter guy's makes him a bi-curious George.
Damn it, Kinsel. You know why you wheeze like that? Because you suck the oxygen out of the room with those bombs. All right, let's wrap up the scene, but make sure you get plenty of pictures, so we can post them later for a few laughs. Will Detective Levy solve the case? Or just seduce the wife? Or both? Will Joe Conti finally get his dream of hanging out with Michael C. Hall? And what about Officer Kinsel? Is he always going to need to paint left and right on his shoes? Tune in next time for Levy's Law.
There we are. After our strange little detour, I believe we are now perfectly on course. Perfectly? Are you sure you want to use that big of a word, Baron? Oh, Russell, of course I'm referring to the course set. If there are no other, as I said, detours, stumbles along the way, then yes. Yes, everything should perfectly work out, provided things remain, perfect.
Well, I don't know about perfection, but I'll be happy if we can avoid creating an alternate timeline out of the Trojan War, or having myself infested with nanobots. Oh, but that last detail was certainly fascinating. The strange costume party that we came upon. And that little boo-boo, he was silly.
Oh, yes, Biddy, that was quite the fascinating world. Very, very different than most we've traveled to. And yet, I don't know, it still troubles me. I can't help but feel that I've forgotten something about it.
Well, I gotta admit, that doesn't really surprise me, Baron. I mean, all these different universes and worlds and whatnot, I don't know how the hell you keep track of it.
Oh, well, Russell, keeping track of the worlds themselves is quite simple. All I need is the linkage with the time tower. And
What? I don't like the sound of that.
Papa, what is it?
The signal, it's fading.
The signal? You mean the signal to the time tower?
Yes, the time tower. What else?
God, here we go.
It's fading out again.
I knew it. Oh, man.
What is going on?
Jeez.
Oh, no. We mustn't lose contact with the time tower again, Papa.
I know, Billy.
We have to rescue it.
No, Billy. Don't. Oh, no.
Oh, no, Billy.
What the hell?
Russell, shut the door.
What about Biddy?
Biddy will be safe. She made it to the tower, but we're cut off from it. We have to have the door sealed, lest the pan van implode.
Implode?
Yes. The environment of the vortex could be very nasty to the interior of the pan van.
All right, but how do we get back to Biddy to make sure she's okay?
I assure you, Russell, she is indeed okay. She's absolutely safe within the tower. For us to reconnect, which is what we would have to do to make contact with her in the tower, is we're going to have to land to the nearest world we come upon, which we're very nearly there. Whether this is your Earth or another one nearby the dimensional vicinity of your universe, I don't really know just yet. But we will have to land there and make contact with the tower once again and then get back on the road, as it were.
So another detour.
Well, yes, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something really so awful, Russell. I mean, look on the bright side. This will give you a chance to walk around and stretch out your legs.
I don't think we're gonna be stretching our legs out around here.
Oh dear me.
What the hell happened here?
I'm scanning. Good Lord, the atmosphere, the conditions, the heat. Even with the shielding of the pan fan, we really can't afford to stay long. Fortunately, I need only quickly reconnect with the tower, and we can leave rather abruptly. As for what happened to this poor world, well, all sorts of cosmic events. I don't know, massive supernova, pulsar, any number of nasties that unfortunately are, well, commonplace throughout the universe. All of them, actually. Let's see if they take... Oh, no.
What?
Well, of course, for some reason the instruments are a bit faulty, and compounded by the atmospherics of this planet. So, in order to compensate, the signal on our end is going to need a bit of a boost.
Well, all right. That doesn't sound too bad.
No. It's simply assembling the equipment necessary to put together the apparatus for a communication array.
All right.
Outside of the van.
Outside of the van?
Yes.
But, according to your monitor there, it says it's about 867 degrees Fahrenheit outside.
Yes.
You have been listening to Baron Boy. Written, produced, and performed by me, Douglas Nailsin. Music comes courtesy of Kevin MacLeod and other public domain sources. And now it's time for the Bayou Crime Report.
The mother of a teen boy that was sexually abused by the mayor at a drunken party slams the woman as a predator with hair extensions. Ooh-wee! Sounds like Mama Bear is pissed off. Yeah. I'm Red Neckerton. Let's take a look at this one. A former small-town mayor in Louisiana was sentenced to 90 days in jail after a jury convicted her earlier this year of having sex with a 16-year-old boy. Misty Roberts, 44, was sentenced June 9th after having been found guilty in March of carnal knowledge of a juvenile and indecent behavior with a juvenile, and both of these are felonies. She had faced up to 17 years in prison, so she got off pretty damn good if you ask me. Anyway, in addition to the jail sentence, Roberts must register as a sex offender, pay a $5,000 fine, and undergo regular drug screenings and psychological therapy following her release. She also received 2 5-year suspended sentences that will run concurrently. During the hearing, the victim's mother described Roberts as a predator with hair extensions, high heels, Botox, and other modifications. The mom later told the court that the emotional toll on her son continued long after the incident and trial ended. Every social event carried questions no teenager should have to ask. Half of his high school experience was taken from him. Roberts also addressed the court before sentencing. I blamed myself then, I blame myself today, and I will blame myself for the rest of my life. I let a lot of people down, and I am the only person responsible for that, Roberts said. She also apologized to the victim's family. According to Louisiana Radio Network, prosecutors urged Judge Kent Savoy to impose the maximum sentence and argued Roberts should not receive leniency. Savoy noted Roberts had no known prior criminal history that no one knows of course, but before imposing this sentence. Roberts' attorneys had successfully sought a new trial less than 2 weeks before sentencing, arguing in part that there were inconsistencies in the victim's testimony. Savoy denied the request. The case stemmed from a July 2024 pool party at Roberts' home in DeRidder, where she was serving as mayor at the time. During the week-long trial, the teenage boy testified that Roberts flirted with him by the pool before kissing him and later taking him upstairs. He told jurors he had been drinking heavily that night and vomited. Wouldn't have thought of that as being all that exciting. Anyway, jurors also heard testimony that a close friend of Roberts instructed teenagers who witnessed the encounter to lie till you die. A DoorDash driver also testified that he delivered emergency contraceptive Plan B to Roberts' home after the encounter. Roberts resigned as mayor days before her 2024 arrest. Her conviction came months after her brother, Brandon Lee Roberts, was sentenced to prison in a separate child sex abuse case. Holy crap! Man, something going on with this here family. 'Cause, in spite of, telling her she uses Botox and hair extensions, I gotta say, she's pretty easy on the eyes, but... Well, we know what she's into now, don't we? And, well, thanks to that conviction of her creepy brother, something going on in that family there. Oh, yeah. Is it any surprise a person like that could get elected to high office? Nope.
no surprise at all. For the Bayou Crime Report, I am Red Neckerton, reminding you to keep your goddamn holes clean.
The Bayou Crime Report is a presentation of Nailsin Productions.
Y'all come back now! You hear?
Next time on My Brother's Keeper.
So first thing in the morning, I'm going to be in the bank discussing a possible loan for the renovations at the shop. So that's why Sally, don't start. Come on now.
Oh, man.
Huh?
Hey, Earl.
What in the hell?
Look, you gotta look at this and
No.
tell me.
Keep your pants on.
Does it look like
Put
cancer
your
to
pants
you?
back.
Oh,
God, don't spread the cheeks. I do not want to see that. Oh, God, no.
Does it look like cancer? Yeah, I've been having hemorrhoids and they burn so much, and I was in the bathroom wiping and I thought I felt a lump, and I gotta tell you, just the fear of God just went right through me, and I guess I lost it.
You know, there are certain rules to every household, and I just assumed they were understood and did not require me having to explain that.
Well, he was scared, and, that fear can be a powerful thing to push people into things they wouldn't normally do.
No, damn it, Sally, stop trying to excuse him. There is no excuse for opening your ass at the dinner table. Oh, no.
That's next time on My Brother's Keeper.
This is a Nailsin News Bulletin.
A teacher wrote to her student saying, "I'm crazy about you." What? A weekend trip with the parents ended the alleged sexual abuse. A former high school administrative assistant in Georgia is accused of having sexual contact with a 16-year-old high school student, Amanda Katz, who worked at Roswell High School, no, not that Roswell, was arrested on a charge of improper sexual contact by an employee or agent. The alleged misconduct began in December. According to an arrest affidavit, the allegations came to light after Katz, 55, went on a Valentine's weekend trip with the teen and his family, where the teen's mother allegedly discovered evidence of misconduct on his phone. A social worker at Fulton County Schools allegedly told police that Katz returned to school after the trip on February 16th in a manic state, complaining that her boyfriend's mother had told her she could no longer be in a relationship with the male. While expressing this, it ultimately came out that the male Amanda was discussing was a juvenile victim. Katz allegedly said she would never get over it, seeking reassurance from various peers and help to find a man. Well, maybe you should have sought their help to begin with. Instead, you ended up finding a boy, Well, police who began investigating in early March obtained a search warrant for the teen's phone and discovered more than 19,000 texts and 591 phone calls between the two from December 24th to February 17th. Throughout the lengthy text thread between Teen and Amanda, they discussed their relationship and potential future lives together, how and why they need to keep their relationship secret, and multiple sexual interactions. Amanda also admitted that her actions were inappropriate, and that she could be arrested if detected. In one text exchange, Katz allegedly told the teen, "I can't stop looking at you, and certainly keep my hands to myself. Just telling you this can get me fired. I need to leave Roswell. Please delete this entire thread." Another states, "I have done a lot of stupid things. A lot. But this is top level." So at least she's upfront about being stupid, you know? "I am crazy about you," she allegedly wrote in another text. "I can't be around you." In an interview with the teen, he told investigators they discussed how he could move into her house after he graduated from high school. He said he had mixed feelings about leaving his family, and that Amanda wanted to go further with their relationship, move in together, and to commit to each other. He said Amanda offered to take care of him financially and provide a place to stay, etc. So she wanted a kept man. The teen said Katz had bought him a spinning ring and a pocket knife and gifts for his siblings that included a Nintendo Switch. He also said that Amanda had told him that she wanted to move to Mexico with him. What? He did not want to do that, nor did he understand why she would want to go there. According to a Roswell Police Department press release, Katz resigned on April 30th while investigators looked into the allegations. She was taken into custody on June 2nd. She has not been formally indicted by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Her attorney didn't return a call for comment. Roswell also could not be reached for comment. Well, anyone with additional information regarding this case or similar incidents are asked to contact Roswell Detective McGinnis at 770-640-4570 or K. McGinnis at roswellgov.com. Members of the public can provide anonymous tips through the Crime Stoppers Atlanta at 404-577-8477 or online at stopcrimeatl.org. Well, there's the thing, you know. She started talking about plans, you know, going to Mexico, and the kid's like, whoa. Well, I don't know about that. You know. So the end of this was always inevitable, you know. But he's 16. She's 55. And when she comes back from the trip, which the reason she's in a manic state is because mom found the phone and said, "You disgusting whore, stay away from my son." So she goes back all upset. And they say, "Wow, she was in a manic state." And it's like, yeah, but it seems she's been insane for quite a while. But I guess she kept up a good front, you know. I don't know. But there you go. She said, "Hey, could you help me find a man?" Maybe you should have started there, because they weren't going to say, "Well, you got your pick here at the school. Look at all these boys." No, she said, "Man." Oh, yeah, right. See? Maybe that would have been better. But, of course, she didn't bother with that because she saw this particular kid, and that's that. Anyway, there you go. More fun in education.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @Mr. Nailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked.
Doug, fun fact, thongs never ride up because they're already up there.